Hey there. So I just finished talking about this is all under the heading of COOs or CEO, working their way up the org chart and making sure they get rid of those lower level roles and how to do that and why to do that. This particular short segment is going to be about how do you find somebody for that role. And I just want to emphasize a couple things. I mentioned before that you can go on Upwork and find freelancers that'll do just what you need to do. Hopefully, presumably it's their specialty, just for the amount of time you need. So you don't have to hire a full-time person to do a part-time job. If you have 2 hours a day of something, you can find somebody to do that for you. So that's Upwork. The the important thing as you look for people maybe on a more of a full-time basis is you want to interview for two things or hire for two things. One is, of course, skill, and skill in many cases can be tested with if it's technical online tests and other things. So skill and experience, it's pretty easy to figure that out. But the next question is fit. And fit is the most important. I would say most people don't get fired because they can't do the job. Most people don't, get fired or leave the company because they're not a right fit. So how do you come up with a good fit? Well, first of all, you need to have a set of values, and I'll do another recording on values, but you have to have a clear set of values. Now, values, most people, it's kind of amorphous. It's like, what is a value? Not stealing, is that a value? Well, that's a value, but that's really not what we're talking about. What we're talking about, besides the basic, honesty and integrity and those things, which is, of course, the price of entry into any role or into life for that matter, it's really about what's important to you. So in your business, if being very exact, a lot of precision is very important, then is very important, tight squeeze, then you need to know that. And then you need to be able to figure out if if the person that you're interviewing thinks that's important, okay? Or if you think putting in extra hours, being fully committed is very important, then you don't want somebody who necessarily loves to play racquetball and is out of the office every day at 5 on the dot. And so forth. So be really clear on what your company values are, what's important to you that makes you successful, your company successful, and then interview for that. So I'll talk more about that subject, but honestly, you got to have aligned values. You got to have aligned values, and I'll talk a lot more about that. But thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.